Hey guys, Jeffries here, and welcome to episode 40 of You Don't Win Anything with Kids. And this, of course, as I've said in previous episodes, is the final episode in Season 1. Now if I go back, here is the final league table for Season 2013-2014. And you can see the standout team at the top there, Jeffries United, winning the league. We won with 95 points, so I don't think we set a new league record for points. I might be wrong there. Plus 50 goal difference though, which is good. The team behind us, Eastleigh, who of course we beat with 5 games to go. We beat them. After we beat them, we had 4 games to go. That's probably the best way of saying it. They finished on 76 points, so they were 19 points behind us. And then 4 points behind them were Maidenhead. And then 2 points behind them were Ebbsfleet, and then 2 points behind them were Boreham Wood. So these 4 teams here now will fight it out to see who joins me in the blue square. I keep saying blue square, it's not called that anymore. The Squirrel Premier. So it will be Eastleigh versus Boreham Wood and Maidenhead versus Ebbsfleet. I think that's right. If I go back and do that. Nope. Hang on. There it is. Yeah, Boreham Wood versus Ebbsfleet. Eastleigh, Ebbsfleet versus Maidenhead. I think that was right, wasn't it? Boreham Wood versus Eastleigh. Yes. So it is the top team versus the bottom team, and then the 2 middle teams fight it out as well. As for us, this is our squad, the league-winning squad. I've already released Gary Coolcutt, but it wouldn't have taken effect yet. I'm also going to release Malcolm Edgehill, because, quite frankly, we don't need either of them anymore. Miles Addison and Bobby Reid. Well, Bobby Reid, I think I can terminate his loan. Yes, I can. And I'm going to terminate Addison's as well because we don't need him anymore. But this is the title-winning team of 2014. And if I go to report and summary, here we go. This is the breakdown of how our team performed. So, our most used formation was the 4-2-3-1, which, as you know, with the 4 men in defence and then the 2 central midfielders rather than defence midfielders, and then the attacking midfielder, the 2 wide attacking midfielders, and then the striker. We scored 103 goals in 4,339 minutes with that formation, which was good. That's also our most successful formation. We're most vulnerable against 4-4-2 formations. We conceded 35 goals in 2,278 minutes. That's something which I'm going to have to look at for next season. How are we going to defend better against 4-4-2? We scored the most of our goals in between the 1st and 15th minute. We scored 23 out of our 110 goals, so that's 20%, give or take. So that's quite good. It means we get a nice early start in the matches and we put the opponents on the back foot almost instantly. Our most common assist type was passing. 57% of our goals came from passes, so that's 54 out of 94 assists. That's something, I suppose that's pretty good. I'm guessing that's like layoffs and ground passes into the box. And our most common assist area was the left wing, so Beckhold especially, working his backside off down that left hand side, he got us, not he himself, but he got us the majority of the 32 out of 94 assists from that left hand side, which is 34%. Conceded. We conceded most of our goals between the 31st and 45th minutes. So that's 17 out of 58 goals. That's 29%. Of the goals we conceded came between that time slot. So that's just coming up to half time, which is, again, something that can be rectified and improved on. You don't really want to be conceding goals that close to half time because it can put you on the back foot going into the second half. You know, your opponent will then have the momentum on their side, and you don't really want to be doing that. So we'll work on that for next season as well. The most common assist type for them was also passes. So again, that's something that we can solve. And the most common assist area was from deep. So balls over the top or balls through the channels, sort of slipping in behind our defence. And that gives you a fair idea as to why we've been conceding as many goals as we have. I think our defensive line is either too high or we're just not tracking back properly when the ball gets played in behind. So again, I'll have a look at that in the tactics menu, and I'll tweak a few things so that we don't do that again in the new season. Our best attribute is our strength. We're ranked first for that in the league. Our worst attribute is our height. We're ranked 8th, which again is it's pretty good out of a team, a league of 22 teams. To be ranked 8th for anything is it's not average. It's above average. Our average age, however, is 16, which is quite low. Now here's the business part here. Form player, we don't have one at the moment because the season's finished. Highest average rating is Ricky Carino with 7.12, which for me that's quite low, but then you do it over 42 games. It gives you a fair idea of how consistent he's been over all the matches that he's played in. Top goal scorer, 2 players on 13. I believe one of them is Bobo, and I'm pretty certain that the other one is Peter Wilson. So those two have done well to share the goals out between them. Please, yeah. You'd want more goals from a single player, maybe. You know, have a player who's competing for the high scorers chart overall. But then to have your goals shared out amongst the team, it means if your key player gets injured, you don't lose your goals, kind of thing. And most assists is also Carino with 10. So again, I'm happy with that. That's good. If I go on the fact screen here, this is just a rundown of different things compared to the league. So we've got the youngest player in the league with Gareth Jones, who's 17 years 2 days old. He's the youngest in the league, as I said. Our average age is 5 years less than the league's average. Shortest and tallest player we don't really care about. Don't really care about any of this stuff. Highest earner is David Stevens on 4k per week. He's the league highest as well, but next season that might not be the case. If it is, we might need to renegotiate his deal. And then internationals, we've got the most under 21 internationals, the most under 20 internationals, and the most under 10 internationals, as you can see. Everything else is pretty substandard. Domestic player bias, we've got 100%, they've got 97%, although I think that will change if players like Carino and Bobo and Delamond, if they all declare for their home nations, then that will change. Stats. Again, I think we've pretty much been through all of this. Do I need to read these out? I don't think I do. Goals. Here we go. So this is all competitions, including friendlies, for the last 50 matches. So that's basically our entire season. This is a breakdown of in 15-minute slots when all our goals have come from. Well, it's 14-minute slots, I think, actually, but where all our goals have come from. So most of our goals, as we saw, scored in the first 15 minutes, 23 goals. The second highest then is the 31st to 45th minutes, which is also when we concede most. So we're scoring 3 more than we're conceding in that time slot. So maybe it's not as big a concern as I thought. That's closely followed by just after half-time, which again is good, because they might come out all guns blazing and then you go and score a goal and it sort of puts them on the back burners again. And the rest of it's pretty self-explanatory, really. Scored 108 goals, conceded 55. That's not too bad. And you can see the assist locations here. 32 down the left, 25 down the right. 14 from the left-back position. Includes assists within our own half. So I suppose all of this, 14 for this section here. 11 from there, 9 from up top, which, yeah, it's not too bad, I suppose. Goal types, that's what I wanted. Placed shot, 75. Pretty good. Powerful shot, only 9. You know, we only conceded 4 powerful shots, and we only 34 placed shots. That's quite high, I suppose. We scored 4 lobs and only conceded 1. I think that was the one against Eastleigh. Scored 15 headers and only conceded 8. Scored 1 free kick, conceded 2. That's something to work on. Free kicks. Make sure we score from more free kicks. Scored 4 penalties, gave away 6 that we conceded from. That's not brilliant. And assists, we've been through that really, so we don't need to go through that again. So yeah, that's all the goals done. Tactics. Tactics faced is the one. 4-4-2 is our Achilles heel. The rest of it, not too bad, I suppose. Tactics used. Yeah. Again, we've been through all of this. We've done facts and stats, haven't we? Yep. Comparisons. No, we don't need to do that. So I think what's left is to go back into the team screen here. Do Selection info, does that have? Yeah. And then we'll get up the goal scorers chart. There it is, in order of goals scored. So, Bobo and Wilson of Wilson P are at the top with 13 each. Then we got Drewson on 12, Wilson on 9, that's Keith Wilson, Beckhold on 8, Thompson on 6, Francois and Carino and Johnston, yep, just those 3 are on 5. Delamond, Marshall, McGregor and Frederick are on 3, McConnor on 2, and then Grant, Douglas Pringle, Jones, Villa, Robinson, Reed and Stevens all on 1. And then the rest are on 0. But they haven't played much, so not too displeased about that. And obviously the keepers, Quintaka, O'Brien and King, wasn't expecting any goals from them at all. Is there an assist thing somewhere? No, it wouldn't be there, would it? Don't know why I did that. Let's do that and see if we have assists. No, we don't. That's annoying. Okay, we'll ignore that. We'll put them back on their values because I always like to have them in order of value. So yeah, I think that's almost the summary done. Go back to this screen just to wrap up this episode, I think. So that's it for this season, guys. We've won the league. We won the league in style. We didn't do it unrealistically. We played within our means. We spent money within our means. We only bought one player, and that was a player we needed, which was, of course, David Stevens. We might have loaned in a couple of unrealistic players like Miles Addison and Daryl Flahaven. You know, players from... In fact, both of them came from Bournemouth, and both of them were championship level. But at the same time, I have seen in the past players who end up at strange clubs, mainly first team football. They might have had a personal affiliation with the club in the past. You know, little things like that. So, overall, I'm really pleased with how this season's gone. I hope you guys have enjoyed it. I'm looking forward tremendously to starting next season. And hopefully we can do the same thing again. Win the league, get promoted, perform well, maybe make a couple more signings if we need to. And just prove once again that you can indeed win with kids. So, what's left for me to say is thank you very much, guys, for watching. If you haven't subscribed to my channel, be sure to click the subscribe button. If you have subscribed to my channel, thank you for your continued support. And until next season, guys, I will see you soon.